girls are Bruce Lee and Fred Astaire.
Yeah, of course. That's where you have to go.
It's like a Rush Hour situation.
Well, you know, to be a little more serious, like I could definitely see them licensing out some of the people who own the estates of like Boris Karloff or Lon Chaney or Bela Lugosi, and like teaming all of those three guys into a movie of, you know, Frankenstein, Dracula, and, you know, the Mummy or the Phantom of the Opera. You could actually do that and shoot it all black and white. Or, you know, kids don't like black and white now. They were like, yeah, it's old. It's
That's
like,
a money idea right
there. Yeah,
there.
but it's pretty,
yeah.
you know, you just think about the estates of different actors and what are their best well known as. Like you said, mentioned John Wayne. I think you might see that, but what I'd much rather see is like a John Wayne Western, but done with like our gritty, weird technology now. I mean, it could be freaky. Quentin Tarantino directing a John Wayne movie.
I mean, I would put money on Wayne being the first guy that comes back into a movie, like the first dead actor that would like appear in a feature film, like and have a meaty part. Right. I think the first guy would be John Wayne in some role in a Western. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but look, Martin Scorsese is going to make this movie, right? The Irishman. If that turns out with the Benjamin Button technology, it's not a crazy leap to think that, okay, well, instead of making older actors look younger, we'll just get dead actors and turn them back to life.
Can we
Not
never
the craziest thing in the world.
Can we never call it Benjamin Button technology again? How about the de-aging technology?
No. Benjamin Button.
Just makes me sick. I think of that old picture of Brad Pitt like flexing his
Hey, look at me. Blah, blah.
That's what I think of when you say Benjamin. That's instantly what I see
You can
in
tell,
my mind.
You can tell Schnepp loves that movie.
No, I didn't even. I like the movie, but there's certain things about it that were like. I remember the commercials. Benjamin Button. It's his whole life. I was like, all right, I get it. He's old. Stop showing that shot of him all old and flexing in the mirror. Stop.
What, have you never been to a gym?
Someone make a meme out of that and it's submitted for meme of the week.
I know there's millions of people out there who are like, they know exact. Now I put it in your mind. Enjoy it. Suck on that.
You just ruined that movie for me
Yeah,
forever.
really. Natasha, now you have to. You saw it though, right?
Yeah, I loved
now that memory's in your mind.
Memories.
First of all, he didn't make the noise.
He did.
You're adding that in.
No, he did. Watch it again. He totally. That's even more. That's
you know what?
Did.
If Peter Pan gets his own peanut butter, then that guy deserves at least a shout out when it comes to
That's right, his own technology.
What's our next Twitter question?
Okay.
Schnepp, are you buying or selling this?
I'm going to buy what The Rock is cooking because, you know, what he's selling is some Vince McMahon flavor. This is some WWF style
You
stuff.
guys are part of the problem.
I don't know. Mark, what do you think about this?
Look,
it doesn't matter what you think because this is wrestling. I got you, baby. I got you. Yes, I did not believe 1 second of The Rock's candy ass thing, except that he is selling it hard, and I love The Rock. Bam.
Every time I forget
I love it,
that's going to happen every time, and you just seem so natural when you do it. Like, damn, that's good. I'm buying that. God. What's our next story?
Mark, you saw the trailer. What did you think?
I saw the trailer, John. I can't talk about it on this show, though, because I talked about it at the meeting, and I never go back. I do not go back ever, just like Jack Reacher does.
Showing the Death Star and Mon Mothma is clearly not enough to illustrate the timeline here.
I get it, but there's a lot of people out there that we see the comments that they have no idea who Mon Mothma is. They have no idea if they're building a third Death Star base, and I'm tired of it. I just want everybody to know it takes place before.
Mark, I'm not talking
I
shit
don't
to
go
you.
back. I will never go back, ever.
And he don't go back.
I will argue that Darth Vader is Father of the Year. The moment
Jack Reacher, I'm like you. I was shocked that there's a sequel to it because he never goes back. He literally never goes back. And I'm nervous about seeing it at the AMC theater that we're going to tonight because once I see that movie, I can never go back. This is the last movie I'm going to see at that AMC theater because I'm literally, by law, not allowed to ever go back.
And you
like
know,
my boy Jack Reacher.
Mark Ellis, he don't go back.
I would do anything for Jack.
That's right. But he won't go back. You know what? I will go back. I'm going back into Jack Reacher land. I love the first Jack Reacher, so I was really excited to hear that they were doing a
big epic film now based off a popular property. I think it's a good way to go.
Schnepp.
Well, I don't know any of the music from Mulan, but I know Adam can sing at least 4 of the songs from. He was humming them earlier. He was angry that none of us were like, we don't know any. He was like, swords and horses, I love you, or whatever Mulan stuff that Adam is into. I don't know. Get on a horse. Well, I don't know any of the songs. But I saw, you know, when you mentioned Lion King, I actually thought, wow, Jon Favreau, I bet he can't wait to be able to, like, because he's already done the Jungle Book and, like, played a little bit with some of the songs. Imagine that kind of, that look with those 3D animals. just like Dr. Dolittle when he can talk to those animals and sing with them. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm looking forward to Mulan. I think it'll be great without any of the musical numbers because and they also have to compete with the other Mulan. So, like you said, Perry, they might want to throw in some of that music, but subtly.
All right, what's next?
Deadline is reporting. I'm still laughing at that swords and horses.
Swords and horses, I love you.
Deadline is reporting that Lionsgate.
Brun Benson tweets, my question is, who's more of a nerd? Christian Harloff with Star Wars or Jon Schnepp with comics?
I'll let you answer that because we got the reason. I know where this got stemmed from. This was from we just put up the Force Awakens commentary, which is live right now. If you've got the Force Awakens, you should check it out. And I am a big fan of the canon going on in Star Wars, so I was referencing the book
like
quite
6,000 different
they do it
books
constantly again.
Constantly. But he goes, but this is for the book, and there's things that are canon, and he looks at me, he's like, "You're a real Star Wars sweaty." And so,
well, no, here it is. I'll say, yeah, definitely. As far as for Star Wars, Christian is like the biggest Star Wars nerd that I know. As far as reading every single book, every comic book tie-in, every video game cinematic cutscene, every Star Wars Rebels, so he's like immersed himself in that Star Wars universe. But like for myself, I just watched The Force Awakens, so he kept mentioning like, well, the backstory of Maz Kanata's friend Skimby Scomby that was in Blood Farts 5, Star Wars, A New Hope.
But it's canon.
But he's like, but it's canon. I'm like, look, dude, I don't give an F. I'm like, I'm trying to enjoy the fucking film.
Whoa.
Stop talking about all these weird books, man. And it's like, I get it that it is canon, that it fills in some of the backstory, but people like me are not going to read those books. I just want to enjoy the film. So it's like if there's a scene in the film that I'm like, I wish they explained that. He's like, well, it's fully explained in Star Wars Saboteur 7, page 53 with Darth Vader's son.
But to further along this question, this guy is probably the sweatiest comic book guy you will ever hear. I walk in sometimes and I come in and I like to watch Heroes because it gets me informed. But there's some times when they'll go off on, well, in issue 325 in 1987, and you're just like, wow, they really know their stuff. So I don't really think that there is a one or the other.
See, I can settle this. I can tell because I have to deal with both of you ad nauseum. So here's the way that it shakes up. Okay, is that lifetime stats? Schnepp wins biggest nerd because Schnepp has been collecting comic books since he was a fetus, and he's been digesting those and absorbing the material ever since then. So he's got the longer track record. But recently, what Christian Harloff has done with Star Wars canon is unprecedented. If he could chop it up and snort it in the bathroom, he would totally do that to the
Who's
comic
to say
books.
I haven't?
So it could have happened. So I'm going to say while Schnepp is like Larry Bird, the greatest career all-time shooter, I'm going to say Christian is like Steph Curry, where it's like, dude, this guy's stats are impressive, and he's coming up on your heels, Schnepp. You better keep reading comic books because this guy's coming.
I think they're also in two different worlds, so it's not even a competition. It's really like we're just both big fans of these different things. I mean, comic books is a larger world, so I'm not saying I'm the king of all comics. Or there's a lot of information in comic books that I haven't read. I have to say, like in the niche world of Star Wars, this guy's got almost all the bases covered. He would definitely say Bestman. You know what I'm saying? He would. I'm just.
That's good.
Had to fit that one in.
That's good.
What's happening? So,
speaking
there's
of
no
Schmoedown.
competition. If you're a fan, you should just enjoy this stuff. And if you like Star Wars, watch his show. If you like comic books, watch my show. It's a win-win. Army in there.
All right, now before we get to our Twitter questions, we announced a little bit earlier on the show that today is a special day, and it's also Schnepp's birthday. And we got a little something for Schnepp over here.
Oh my goodness. Hey.
Look at that.
To you, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Schnepp. Happy birthday to you.
Roll them out. One breath. There we go.
Thank you, my Collider family. You guys are all awesome.
Happy birthday, buddy. Now, somebody take the cake away from him. We'll eat that later. Yeah, Schnepp, I think other than, let me look around the room really quick. I think other than Dennis and me, like, you've kind of been with us the longest.
Yes, I It was August 2012 when I came on Guardians of the Galaxy.
Talking about Guardians of the Galaxy.
And everyone was like, "Get that comic nerd. He was just on the whatever Morgan Spurlock thing. He reads comics and he can talk on camera." So I came on. I had a blast. I was like, "Dude, I could do this." And I remember you were like, "Hey, man, that was really fun.
Let's do it again.
Come back whenever you want." I was like, "Dude, I'll come back." And so I just every week just started coming back. It became a regular thing.
Here we are, Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's right.
A whole Guardians of the Galaxy sequel later.
Yeah, really.
And we're still here. All right, guys.